attachment and their functions. Muscles of the back, they has two layers, superficial and deep. And superficial layer has three layers. Most superficial, that is musculus trapezius and musculus latissimus dorsi. Musculus trapezius start from occipital bone in the region of linea nucha superior, spinal processes of all cervical vertebrae and ligamentum nucha, all thoracic vertebrae, and attached in the region of spina scapulae, acromion, and acromion end of clavicle. Upper fibers of this muscle move scapula upward, lower fibers move scapula downward, and whole muscle they attach scapula to vertebral column. They join together both scapula, and the same it participate in abduction of hand above of horizontal level together with another muscles. Musculus latissimus dorsi start from spinal processes of lower thoracic, all lumbar vertebrae, sacral bone, and iliac crest, crista iliaca. The same, it starts from lower four ribs and attached to humerus in the region of crista tuberculi minoris. It participates in abduction of the hand, adduction, extension, and pronation. If we fixed our hands, this muscle can lift ribs in time of inspiration, like additional muscle of inspiration. Next layer, that is musculus rhomboideus minor and musculus rhomboideus major. Both of them start from spinal processes. Lesser muscles start from lower two cervical vertebrae, and greater muscles start from upper four thoracic vertebrae. And they attach to medial body of scapula and superior angle of scapula. They move scapula upward and move scapula to vertebral column. Musculus serratus posterior superior and musculus serratus posterior inferior. Superior muscles start from spinal processes of lower two cervical and upper two thoracic vertebrae and attached to upper four ribs. Inferior muscles start from spinal processes of last two thoracic and upper two lumbar vertebrae and attached to lower four ribs. Superior muscle lifts ribs, inferior muscle moves ribs downward in time of expiration. Now, deep muscles. Deep muscles of the back subdivides into muscles of lateral tract and muscles of medial tract. In lateral tract, we have musculus splenius capitis and musculus splenius cervicis. They start from spinal processes of lower cervical vertebrae, and splenius capitis attached to occipital bone, and the splenius cervicis attached to transverse processes of upper cervical vertebrae. These muscles in both sides moves head backward, extension in cervical department of vertebral column, extension in atlanto-occipital joint, and if muscles contract on one side, they move head and neck laterally. Musculus erector spinae, one of the largest muscle of the back, consists of three muscles: musculus iliocostalis, musculus longissimus, and musculus spinalis. Iliocostalis, this muscle starts from iliac crest and attached to ribs. Longissimus attached in the region of incisura mastoidea of temporal bone, and musculus spinalis attached to spinal processes of vertebral column. Whole muscle participate in extension of vertebral column, and musculus iliocostalis moves ribs downward in time of expiration. Musculus longissimus, the same, participate in extension in atlanto-occipital joint. Musculi levatores castarum, they lift ribs and start from transverse processes of thoracic vertebrae and attach to ribs. ribs upward in time of inspiration. Between transverse processes, we have musculi intertransversarii. They present only in cervical department and in lumbar department. In cervical department, we speak about musculi intertransversarii anterioris cervicis and musculi intertransversarii posterioris cervicis. In lumbar department, we have musculi intertransversarii medialis lumborum and lateralis lumborum. They move vertebral column laterally. And last, they are muscles of medial tract, all of them present in space between transverse processes and spinal processes. That is why common name for all of these muscles are musculi transverso spinalis. Start from transverse and attach to spinal process, transverso spinalis. And differences between them only in length of this muscle. For example, longest muscle in this group, that is musculus semispinalis. It starts from transverse processes, overlap over 5 or 6 vertebrae and attached to spinal processes. Shorter muscle, that is musculi multifidi, they overlap 3 or 4 vertebrae. And shortest muscle in this group, musculi rotatores, they overlap 1 or 2 vertebrae. Longest is semispinalis, 5 or 6 vertebrae overlap. Multifidi 3, 4, and rotatores 1, 2 vertebrae. In the region of atlanto-occipital joint, we have musculus rectus capitis posterior minor, rectus capitis posterior major, musculus obliquus capitis superior and inferior. And these muscles attach in the region of linea nucha inferior, rectus capitis posterior minor attached to posterior tubercle of atlas, major muscle attached to spinal process of axis, superior oblique muscle attached to transverse process of atlas, and inferior oblique muscle between transverse process of atlas and spinal process of axis.
So what's number 9?
What is this? Semispinalis. 9, and that is semispinalis.
So only between this.
Yes, between transverse processes and spinal, that is semispinalis. Now, fascia. Between skin, subcutaneous fat, and muscles, we have superficial fascia of the back. It is part of superficial fascia of human body. The same fascia we have in thoracic cage, on the abdomen, everywhere we have a fascia between subcutaneous fat and muscles. But proper muscle or fascia of the back, that is fascia thoracolumbalis. This fascia has 2 layers, superficial and deep. Superficial layer subdivides deep muscles and superficial muscles. And deep layer, it subdivides deep muscles of the back from muscles of the abdomen. Here it is muscles of the abdomen, and between 12th rib and iliac crest, we have deep layer of fascia thoracolumbalis. Here it is.
18th.
No, 18, that is muscle. That is musculus quadratus lumborum. It is muscle of the abdomen. And between this muscle and this muscle, we have deep layer of fascia thoracolumbalis. That is a border between muscles of the back and muscles of the abdomen. That is all. Our next class is on Thursday?
Wednesday.
On Wednesday. On Wednesday. I will ask you some questions about joint between, what is the name of joint between nearest vertebrae?